Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Um, Today is Sunday, June something, 14th? Yeah, 14th. I knew that. um, my name is Rachel. Welcome to my channel where I talk about the cross stitch projects I've been working on. Quick PSA before we get into things. The Black Lives Matter protests that are going on in the United States. Just real quick, the Black Lives Matter movement is extremely important, and just because it's not trending anymore doesn't mean that I didn't feel like I needed to talk about it because it's extremely important and it's not going away. So I do stand with the Black Lives Matter movement and with the protesters. Make that very clear. It's important to talk about these things. If it makes you uncomfortable, then that's probably even more of a reason that you should talk about it. So that's all that I have to say about it. There will be a link in the description box below to a website that has a bunch of resources where you can donate to various funds if you are capable, have that ability, where you can sign various petitions. And it also has some really good resources where you can educate yourself better on racism in the United States. So check that out if you have some time, please. Thank you. PSA over. So it's been a while. I think I say that every time, so I'm going to stop. It's June already. We're already halfway through June. That's crazy. I hope everyone's been good for the last month. Thanks for coming and checking out the video, even though it's been a while. I wanted to record last weekend and I just did not get a chance to. So, yeah. So Tasha's taking a nap. She just went down, so we're gonna try and get this done before and get myself some lunch before she wakes up. We'll see if that actually happens. Let's see. What have we been up to? Not much. Pretty much the same here. We don't really go many places. Still, I am still working from home. I will be working from home for the foreseeable future. Tasha did start daycare last week. That was nerve-wracking. She's only going 3 days a week right now. But yeah, she seems to be enjoying it, so that's good. And I'm getting more work done. She's getting more and more active, which makes it harder and harder for me to actually work with her here. So I think it's good for both of us. She is 5 months old now. Today, in fact. She's 5 months old. So that's exciting. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think we're really have anything else that we've been doing. I took some couple days off, so have a long weekend this weekend, so that's nice. Pretty much it. We're boring. So, yeah, so cross stitch, what we're all here for after 5 minutes. Yes. like the title says, I do have a finish. Yay! And then I have a bunch of whips to show, and I do have actually quite a bit of purchases to show. So, let's talk about the finish because it's right on top. Move my coffee before I dip something in it. So, this is my finish. I'm so happy with it. Oh, it's gorgeous. So this is Fairy Mother and Child by Joan Elliott. I stitched it on 32 count opalescent Lugana in the color Fairy Flight from Under the Sea Fabrics. It took just over a year, I think. I can't remember exactly when I started it. It was sometime last summer. So it took almost a year. I finished it May 29th, 2020. Yeah. So, so happy with it. This is the first thing I finished in like a year. The only thing I finished last year was a small for StitchCon. And yeah, other than that, I didn't finish anything else last year. So, one finish, one pretty decent sized finish so far in 2020, I think is already a step up. So, super happy with it. I'll bring it in so you can see all the beads. There's 168 beads, I believe it said. There are, I don't know if you can see them. There's the white beads, and then there's these pink beads in the flowers and in her skirt. So, I'm not sure how well. They're kind of like a clear see-through bead. They're not like a solid color. There, you can kind of see them. Yeah, they're great. So this is for Natasha, obviously. And I'm going to have this framed. I don't know when. At some point, it will get framed and hung up. So, yay. That's my finish. And I'm extremely happy with it. So I do still have quite a bit of extra fabric. I'll definitely be able to fit probably a small or something on it. So that's nice. I really like that fabric. Whips. I have lots of whips to show. I'm not going to show them in any particular order because I have no idea what order I really worked on them in. So we're just going to go through them with whatever's on top. So, first one is the Mythical Medieval Mansion Sal from Lakeside Needlecraft. It was designed by Tiny Modernist. This was a sal back that started, I think, at the end of 2018. It started in like November or December, I think. And it did finish spring of 2019. I don't remember exactly when. So it is all done. I didn't print out a new cover page as it updated. Sorry for the crinkle, but I gotta put this stuff away as I go if I want to have lunch before the kid wakes up. So, I took this out of the Q-Snap the other day after I was done. Some of my stitches got squashed, I noticed, so I'll have to see how that goes. But this is where mine is at. So I worked on the Wizard's Room. I finished it. lighting is so bad. I used to sit in my living room. That would probably be better. But I don't have a coffee table anymore. It's in the basement because my living room was taken over by baby stuff. So we're just gonna have to make do. Yeah, so there's the whole thing. The entire bottom row is done. So show you. This is what I was. So I finished the wizard's room this time. I had most of the bookshelf done, but not the things on top. And I think I had the floor stitched when I started. So I finished it up and then started this part of the tower on the 3rd level just to finish because it was on the page, same page. So yeah. I love these little mice here in the window. And there's one down here in this room, and there's at least one more in a different room. And I kind of love them. They're adorable. So, oh, that's where that one's at. This is on 28 count, even weave. By Lakeside Needlecraft. It's called Misty View. Yeah, Misty View. And it's a printed fabric. So you have this on that side, and then it's just plain on the other. That was specifically for this project. So. Super happy with how far that's getting. I've got 2 rooms left, so that's really nice. And then I have still the outside and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like I'm almost done or anything, but we're getting there. Okay, next is a new start. Okay. So this is Dimensions kit called Magic in Motion. That's what it will look like when it's done. And last time I said I was debating which fabric to use because the chart calls for, should have just left it up, all of this stitching in the wizard to be done with 3 strands. And then a couple, I think the white in his beard is 4 strands. And then there's a lot of half stitches and various strands and everything like that. But all the full stitches, it wanted you to do it in 3 strands. And I really didn't want to do that. So I was thinking of switching fabric to a 28 count Lugana. Because I think it's just for coverage. So I was debating on whether or not I should do that or just stick with the black Ada. It's 14 count black Ada that came with the kit. And in the end, I decided that I am just going to start it on the black Ada that came with the kit and see if I like the coverage. And if I don't like the coverage, then I'll switch fabric. So that's what I did. And so far, I worked on it for 1 day, so it's not like there's a ton done. That's all I got. It's like 2 strands of floss. I still have a needle in here because I'm a dumb. Yeah, that's it. So far. I got so far. I think the coverage is fine so far, with only 2 strands on the 14 count. Oh my goodness, it's huge. There we go. Yeah, I think the coverage is fine. So I'm going to keep going on the black Ada, and if I get further and I have a problem with it, then maybe we'll switch it up. We'll see. Right. Next whip is another new start that I forgot to print the cover page for. So this one I'm blaming 100% on Deborah from Stitch's Stash. It is obviously all her fault. Because she, if you saw on Instagram, she started a Carolyn Manning. I don't remember which one she started. It was pink. I know that. And it was very pretty. It was gorgeous. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. I'm going to go look at Carolyn Manning's website and see if there's one I want to do. Of course I was. So this is Jewel. It's part of the, stained glass window collection. Look at all those purples and greens. So by Carolyn Manning Designs. And I immediately had to start it. Did I have the floss I needed? No. Did I steal them from other projects? Yes. Do I have enough of any color to actually finish this? No. Do I have all the colors? No. But I did it anyway. So, this is my start. It's like 125 stitches or something. I worked on it for one day, one evening. I love the colors so far. I can't wait to put some of those purples and greens in with the blue. This is a 28 count Joblin from Under the Sea Fabrics in the color Nyx. It's pretty, it's darker than it's showing up. It's getting a bit blown out. It's like a dark gray. It looks really nice. So, love it. Yeah. All right. The next couple are my full coverage projects. Worked on Mini Ex Machina from Hade. The artwork is by Chris Ortega. Love this piece. Here's where she's at. Oh, love it. The robot head. The robot head starting to come in. Oh, so exciting. So this hand and fingers are done. Her forehead and stuff is starting to come in right here. Her goggles. Love it. I don't think I can get closer. Sorry. I think that's about as close as I can get. But I love this. So. Very exciting. I didn't get too much in. I think I just finished this diagonal. I had the first block done, so I just did the rest of that diagonal. So all right, I also worked on Ginger Nova, which is also a Hade design, Heaven and Earth Designs chart. The artist is, oh boy, Christiana Zelinska. I'm sure I horribly mispronounced that, and I'm sorry. So that's what she'll look like. And find her. There she is. I think I put like 1,200 stitches on. So I was really happy with that. I worked on her for 2 weeks. At the beginning of May, I think. Hello, that's where she is. Love it. So much fun. And then I actually, already this month, worked on another full coverage piece. I worked on Blood Rose the last couple weeks. It's another Heaven and Earth design, and the artwork is from Chris Ortega. So I put this one, so last time I worked on this, I forget when, like in March or something. It was going really slow. I was slightly frustrated with it because it was going so slow when I thought it should be going faster, because the whole first page is only 2 colors. I was like, oh, that shouldn't take too long. No, I think it was even slower than some of my more confetti pieces. So then I was like, well, let's try, now that I have Pattern Keeper, let's try color completing by page. So I started working on all the pink because there are less stitches of that color in the page. And I didn't like doing it. It was really confusing. And I would just basically, like I said, get really confused as to where I was on the page. Like, the Pattern Keeper and the chart were fine. It was me looking at the fabric and going, where am I? So I stopped doing that and I just put it away. So I was a little worried pulling it out a couple weeks ago. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to get that much stitching done on it. It's going to take forever. It's going to be frustrating. I almost skipped it this month and pulled something else out. But I was like, no, I'll just go ahead, pull it out, see what I can do. And I put 1,500 stitches in. The only reason that I put 1,500 stitches in is because I'd already done so much pink that the first 800 stitches I put in were one color. And it was like fill in. So, this is where it's at. And I'm very excited. So the bottom of the page is like right here where the pink ends, that you can't really see. But, hey. Oh, I forgot fabrics on the full coverage, didn't I? So Blood Rose is on 25 count Lugana, 1/1, and it's antique white Lugana from Zweigart. And then Ginger Nova is 28 count white Lugana, 1/1, full cross. And Mini Ex Machina is 25 count white Lugana, 1/1, full cross. So those are all my whips. I am going to work on Mini Ex Machina some more. I haven't worked on it yet this month. So that'll be probably the full coverage piece for the rest of the month. Yeah, but yeah, those are all my whips. I worked on quite a few things last month, I think. Got a lot done. I was really pushing for a finish on Fairy Mother Child. Really pushing. So, purchases. I did make a lot of purchases last month. A lot of purchases. I'm not going to show all of them because some of them are PDF. Well, a lot of them are PDF charts, and I just don't have them printed out. I guess I could show a couple of them. Yeah, I'll show a couple of them if I can find them quickly. So these are not going to be in any particular order. It's just, I've got my pile here. And we'll just go for it. So, these actually just came yesterday. So, and I was really actually surprised I got them already. So, I'm pretty happy. So I did place an order with Be Stitch Me for fabric. So that came yesterday. So I got this one. It's probably better to not completely unfold them, huh? The way that okay. So this is a 28 count linen in the color Sea Glass. It's really getting blown out. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see these. But it's a really pretty green. It's just green, mottled green. Really pretty. I have an idea of what I want to put on this one. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work. I'm going to have to pull colors, which means it's one I'm doing a color conversion on. So who knows when it'll actually happen or if it'll actually work on that fabric. But that was the idea for that one. This one I also bought with a specific project in mind. So this is 18 count Ada in the color Night Sky. That's pretty true. It's just a really deep navy blue. It's very pretty. So, and then the last piece from Be Stitch Me is, since it's a 25 count linen, called Under the Sea. And it's a really pretty deep, yeah, everything's getting blown out. Everything's darker than what it's showing up. It's like a dark green with some light blue modeling. It's really pretty. I think I know what I'm going to put on this as well. So I don't know when, but we'll see. Then I also placed an order for fabric with Fiberlicious. And I will put a link to both Be Stitch Me and Fiberlicious down below. So this one is a 28 count linen in the color Midnight Splendor. It's a really nice, mainly dark blue, but with some purple and orange and pink. It's got all sorts of colors. All sorts of colors. Super gorgeous. I had an idea of what... I bought it without thinking about like what I was going to put on it. And then when it came, I was like, oh, I wonder if this would fit on it. And it won't fit. I checked. I was like, I should have thought about that before, and I need a bigger piece. So I'm probably going to order another piece of this at some point. That's a bigger piece. That's fine. I'll use that piece for something, I'm sure. And then I got, this is an 18 count Ada in the color Wanderlust. And it is super pretty. It's mainly purple, and then it's got like pink and a little bit of orange modeling. It's like a light purple. And then it's got purple, like pink, and yeah, super pretty. No idea what I'm going to put on it. I'm sure I'll find something. I wanted some Ada. That's why I decided to buy fabric. So, and then I also got, this is also 18 count Ada in the color Cocoa Rose. So it's pink. It's a deeper pink than is showing up. And then it's got like brown modeling. Super cool. Do I know what I'm going to put on it? Nope, not yet. She puts this really nice, on all her pieces, label. Super nice. Alright, and the last fabric from Fiberlicious. This is a 32 count linen in the color Cafe Misto. And it is a really nice neutral brown, light, like a tan. And then it's got like dark green modeling. I really like it. No idea what I'm going to put on it again. But hey, I have it when I figure it out. Okay, and then I had placed an ink circles order. So I got one that was a PDF and then one that was a paper chart. So I got Reflections of a Grecian Urn, glare. There we go. Super cool. Can't wait. And she also sent this little freebie. Doesn't really have a name. It just says Ink Spot number 13, Nashville 2011. So, that was super nice of her. Then I placed an order with 123 Stitch. And I got January's Garnet Fairy by Mirabilia for Natasha, because her birthstone is garnet. And I also got Golden Geisha by Joan Elliott. So, super pretty. I also got a couple skeins of floss I was missing for a project. Then I was watching Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff, some of her Mania videos, and she was doing this Joan Elliott piece. I think it's called Once Upon a Time or something like that. That was from a book, Joan Elliott book called Fairy Enchantment. So I went on eBay and I found it and I bought it. Here's all the charts that are in it. This is the one that Jessie Marie was working on. Doesn't this look exactly like the fairy mom and child from Fairy Mother and Child that I just finished? Except the baby is now like a toddler. It totally does. I'm totally doing it. I actually already have this chart. That's okay. But I really like this this one as well, and this one. I don't really like her wings, but I like everything else. I'm not sure if I might already have this one as well. I don't remember, but they're all really pretty. Super happy. So, yeah. My pile's gonna tumble. Oh, yeah. Oh, my 1, 2, 3 stitch order got separated. Actually, I think this was a separate 1, 2, 3 stitch order. So, a couple weeks ago, Kim Hollenbach, her video, I don't remember exactly how long ago it was. It was several weeks ago. I think it was one of her Mania videos, but she was talking about how she did some calculations for how many Hades could fit onto one piece of, if she ordered a yard of fabric. And she's like, I think she said she could fit like 6 Hades on 2 1-yard pieces. So she ordered it. Well, I don't know if you know this, but I don't know that they were all Hades. I guess full coverage pieces. She said she could fit 6. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I have like 30 full coverage charts that I haven't started. I think I'm up to like 30 in my stash. So I was like, I wonder how many pieces I could fit. So I did some math. Now, math is not exactly, you know, my strong suit. But as long as I'm not a complete dum-dum, I found that I could fit 8 pieces on 2 1-yard pieces of fabric of the 28 count Lugana if I did it 1/1. You know, or, you know, I guess 2/1 cross country too. Not cross country. 10 stitch would work too. Whatever. As long as it was over 1. Because what I did was I have 2 pieces that are basically the exact same size that are each going to need a 1/2 yard of fabric. Perfect. So that was 1 piece. And then I have the other piece I found I could fit 6 minis on 1 yard. So I got 2 things of 28 count, easy count Lugana. And so this is enough for 8 full coverage pieces. When will I start them? Again, not anytime soon. But I have the fabric for it. So, then I placed an order with Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Well, that's huge. And I got their 2 stitch-alongs. I got their Chinese Zodiac stitch-along, which this is all that is released so far. They're adorable. Look at those little animals. Love them. They're so cute. So, very excited about that. And then I also got their Animal Almanac stitch along. So this is June's release. So cute. And I actually got the kit. So I have all the floss and the fabric. I went with the Ada. So It's a 14 count Ada in the color Heartland by Pictureless Plus. I guess I can take that back. Super pretty. Really nice. Mottled brown. Love it. They also had, you could get it in either a 14 count Ada or 28 count cash out linen. So I went with the Ada because I like Ada. So there's all the floss. There's 2 of the Etoile colors, so I'm really excited to use those. All right. Then I also saw Desi Marie working on this, which I think I've seen hers before, but I finally broke down and bought Belle from Donna Stitch on Etsy. I think it's Donna Stitch. It says Beauty and the Beast on the PDF, but in her store, I think it's just called Belle. Super nice. And I actually got more than now. I got 3, I think. Yeah. So I also got her Frozen, which there's 2 versions. When you buy the Frozen chart, there are 2 versions of it. You get both versions. So one version is Anna and Elsa holding hands, which is the one I'm going to do. And then in the other version, it is this one with Anna holding hands with Kristoff. It's been a really long time since I watched Frozen. I think his name's Kristoff. I might be wrong. I'm going to do the one with Anna and Elsa holding hands. Because I like that one better. And then I also got... Yes, I was going to say, I think I got one more. Yes, I did. And again, I will link her shop below. Sleeping Beauty. I love these. I love how they look like kind of like stained glass windows. So much excitement. Is that it? Oh no. I also got last weekend, was it last Saturday? I think it was last Saturday. Heaven and Earth Designs was doing a thing for that day where the proceeds from all sales, 50% of the proceeds, I can't remember what percent it was. I think it was 50. For that day were donated to a couple different charities for Black Lives Matters. So I got 2 charts. I got The Outer Frontier by Chris Ortega. Make that bigger. Oh, she's awesome. Love it. And I got this one, which is Time Dragon Scarlet Rose by Rose Khan. It seems like this is a series, the Time Dragons, in different colors. And they're doing different things. They all have, you can't really see it in this because of the glare, but there's a little like pocket watch there. Not really, well, it's a clock anyway. So I have one already called Amethyst Dragon, that appears to be part of the series, even though it isn't named the same way. Like all the others are called like Time Dragon and then what color the dragon is. This one is just called Amethyst Dragon by Rose Khan. But it definitely looks like it's part of the series. So I already had that one. I was like, he could use a friend. And I liked the Scarlet Rose one. So I think that's all my purchases as well. So this was a very long video for no reason. Oh, I'm gonna go check on the kid and hopefully have time to make myself some lunch before she wakes up. So, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who checked out my video for the first time. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you everyone who's coming back. Really appreciate that. It'll probably be a month until I get to film again. I have no specific plans for pieces to work on, except for Mini Ex Machina. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoy the next couple weeks. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.